doing? I'm Linnell Goodwin once again. I'm here with band director of bands from Boca Ciega High School. Their jazz ensemble just came from the Florida district, the Pinellas County District MPAs, and it went pretty doggone good. It's nice to be here with Mr. Frank Williams, one of the legendary directors in the world known, Mr. Frank Williams.
Hello. I guess they say that. Okay, fine.
All right. So who is Mr. Frank Williams?
Frank Williams is a guy who started as a reluctant musician who joined band only to get out of choir, who hated the trombone for 2 years, was forced into it, and once he started practicing, he discovered that he really liked it. And the more he practiced, the better he got, and the better he got, the more he liked it, and that's the way it went.
All right. And you're a graduate of Florida A&M University?
Yeah, I'm a Rattler, and after that I went up north to get away from the South for some very obvious reasons. And I got a master's in music at State University of New York in Fredonia.
Okay.
And I was teaching in the schools in Erie, Pennsylvania, middle school for 8 years and high school band for 3 years. And before all of that, the college thing, I always played. I had my own professional band at 15 playing nightclubs, so it was always something in my heart. And in college, I had college jazz bands that won national, international awards, so I was pretty fortunate that way.
Right.
So when I started teaching, of course, the first thing I did was start a jazz program in the middle school.
Right.
And they very quickly became well known because there were not a lot of middle school jazz bands back in 1977
Right.
when I started
Right.
teaching. And that just kind of continued. My side life is drum and bugle corps, which I've done for 30 years. And I've been blessed there to have some great recognitions. And I've just had a charmed life. I've been able to teach on every continent on this planet.
Right.
And it's just been a blessing all the way through.
Right. I also did some reading up on you, and I found out that you were a part of the DCI Hall of Fame as well. Yeah, you're inducted to the DCI Hall of Fame. That's a huge recognition in and of itself. So, with that extensive type of resume, what makes you stay in the public school system? What keeps you here? What makes you want to stay in this atmosphere? Because you could be anywhere in the world.
You stay where God puts you.
Right.
And you do the work that He gives you to do. The work that I'm doing with these kids, someone did for me.
Right.
And I have always felt that I will make a greater contribution working with kids who had needs and very few advantages than I would in one of those great places, you know, middle class, upper middle class, everyone taking private lessons, that's not what my life was like.
Right.
And my life was closer to what the kids' lives are that I teach. And I have always tried to give them the same opportunities, the same hope, the same goals, the same dreams that I had as a kid, because I had a really good band director who pushed me, and I'm just trying to live up to that legacy.
Right. With that being said, what do you think music does for these kids? Because music is always under fire when the government is trying to cut something in education. It's always the arts, or it's always music. What do you think music positively does for some of these kids?
There's no way to, first of all, it gives them something that they can realize their progress on a moment-to-moment, day-to-day basis.
Right.
It is fair. I've always said, what you put into music, you get from it. So if a kid invests a little time and effort, he immediately reaps those rewards. It's one of the fairest things. The other thing is, it humanizes us. And in this society of accountability and numbers and standardized tests and all these things that really have nothing to do with our humanity. Music is one of those things, and you can feel the vibration. When you're playing it, it brings emotion from you. It brings emotion to those who are listening. It is just a total saturation in what I call the human experience, which is connecting to our inner self, our soul, what really makes us the beings that we are. Not to mention the discipline, the teamwork, not to mention all of the brain connections that are made that make these kids a lot more successful in math and science, and when they leave this particular place, they go out in life and are able to be more successful just because they have had this experience. So there is no way to really discuss the benefits of music study in less than a lifetime.
Right.
It
right.
is just such a awesome experience.
Right. Okay, with that being said, you guys did just leave the Pinellas County District Jazz Band Festival. How did that go? What ratings did you receive?
We got straight superiors.
Straight superiors, wow.
It's a legacy here. We've been getting straight superiors for about 30 years now.
Wow.
Or at least superiors. I don't know how many times. I think my very first year we got a 2, but we've not gotten any 2 since then. And we also have more state superiors in jazz band than all the schools in this county combined.
Wow.
Maybe all the schools on the west coast of Florida combined. So we've had quite a legacy of success in jazz performance, and that's another great blessing. I love the music. It is my culture. It is black classical music, and the wonderful thing is we have exported this music around the world, and it connects with people of every culture, every religion, everything. It allows people to create and express themselves freely. It's just, it's what I love, and I try to instill that love in my kids.
I understand. Well, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Williams. From a Wildcat to a Rattler.
Yes, sir. It's okay.
I appreciate it.
It's okay. I ain't gonna turn your hand loose. I'm gonna hold your hand here for a minute. Let you know that I got you. Okay?
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
All right.
Thank you.